I'm Michael Morton Murphy. You're at the Rockin' 3M Chuckwagon, and this is the Lone Cowboy Hour. I'm on a rundown, I'm out running sundown, thinking I'm on the right track. I'm writing a song as I'm riding along, and I'm keeping the sun at my back. Big horse, trailer, and truck, I can make my own luck. I ride through the sand and the sage. It gives me a rush to be busting the brush, acting about half my age. Lone cowboy, I'm doing my best. Lone cowboy, I go everywhere west. Lone cowboy, with my old campfire songs. Lone cowboy, giddy up, get along. I've owned some good ponies, blacks, bays, and blue ronies, bays, palominos, and pinks. Got good songs and bad ones, love songs and sad ones, songs about sinners and saints. Still riding old Wildfire to find the next campfire. Memories turn embers to coals. But at daylight I'm crying to live forever and die trying. I'll never get old in my soul. Lone cowboy, doing my best. Lone cowboy, I go everywhere west. Lone cowboy, with my old campfire songs. Lone cowboy, giddy up, get along. Lone cowboy, lone cowboy, lone cowboy. Ha! Thank you. The Lone Cowboy Hour was born out of the pandemic. Well, as one old cowboy calls it, the damdemic. And realized that we were going to have to be a little bit more self-reliant. And so I started a show in my own living room, and it just grew from there. The first show was shot on my cell phone, live on Facebook on my cell phone, and that episode is still up. If you want to go on there, all of our episodes are archived on Facebook, and you can go back through them and look at them. I was living in Austin, Texas at the time. I had become friends with a guy who was a lawyer. He graduated from University of Texas Law and went to South Dakota and became the only lawyer on the Pine Ridge Reservation. At the time, there were 13,000 people living on that reservation that didn't have any legal help. And he said, Murph, you really ought to come up and meet some of these incredible people sometime. I did go up there, and I became so moved by their struggle and what they did that I wrote this song, and it became my first single, the title of my first album. Put Geronimo in jail down south, where he couldn't look the gift horse in the mouth. Sergeant, Sergeant, don't you feel so from his uniform. Jesus, tell me and I'll believe it's true. Red is the color in the sunset too. Ripped off his land, won't give it back. Sent Geronimo a Cadillac. I said, whoa boys, take me back. I wanna ride in Geronimo's Cadillac. Whoa boys, take me back. I wanna ride in Geronimo's Cadillac. Let me ride. So I want to send this out to my good friend Greg, who asked me to play this. This is written by my old college roommate, Steve FROMHOLZ. And I hung around him in the early Austin days. The Austinology album is full of other people's songs and only 5 of my songs. Because I was around the most incredible group of songwriters in the history of country music, maybe in the history of music, period. These people wrote songs from the heart, not for the chart. You get the difference?
Yeah.
Almost all of us had been exiles from someplace else. We came back, and the difference between the music that we played and that we wrote was that we were on a journey. At the time, most of the people in the country were incredibly divided over the Vietnam War. And I was raised by veterans. I was raised by World War II veterans. And they were shocked to see what happened to the Vietnam veterans when they came home and how they were spat on and disrespected. These are people that threw down their plow in the middle of the field and went out and volunteered to fight the most evil empire ever to be organized in the history of this country. It could be that there's another one forming now, but at this time, there's never been anything worse. After they got back from World War II, keep in mind, these are the same people that were kids in the Depression, right? Think we're going through economic hard times right now? Check out somebody, talk to somebody who went through the Depression.
Yeah.
There's not many of them left around. They were kids in the Depression. They were teenagers in early 20s when they volunteered or got drafted to fight in World War II. And when it was over, there was Korea and there was Vietnam, and they went through all these other ups and downs. My mom was 94 years old when she died. Just to talk to her about all the ups and downs, even the ones I didn't remember that they went through, is evidence that we are actually in a time of great blessing and advantage. Only if you want to look at it that way. If you want to look at that you're in a terrible time, look at what other countries are going through right now. Right after Korea in World War II and the Depression, which featured the worst drought this country's ever seen, along came a 7-year drought in Texas. My grandfather was encouraged to take assistance from the government, and he absolutely refused. He said, I'm not taking, if I can't paddle my own canoe, I'd rather sink than have all those strings attached to a government loan. That's just the kind of people they were. This whole group of songs I'm going to sing right now are a tribute to that generation of those people, which I hope maybe we might be blessed enough and fortunate enough, if we have the guts, to carry on what they had inside. Silence of a new day beginning is heard in a small Texas town, like a signal from nowhere. People who live there are up and moving around. They got bacon to fry and biscuits to bake on a stove the Salvation Army won't take. Roll up the windows and turn on the fan. It's hotter than hell when the sun hits the land. Walter and Fanny, they own the grocery that sells most all that you need. They've been up and working since way before sunup. Got the whole village to feed. They throw out old eggs, throw those bad ones away that rotted because of the heat yesterday. Store is all dark, you can't see the flies. It's settled on round steak and last Monday's pies. Sleepy Hills Drugstore cafe is open. Coffee is bubbling hot. Folks that ain't working gonna sit there till sundown and talk about what they ain't got. Someone just threw a clutch in the old pickup truck. Looks like riding on a streak of bad luck. Roll up the windows, turn on the fan. It's hotter than hell, sun hits the land. And the well is run dry. Seems like grown kids don't care if they live or they die. Time I remember that train stopping at the depot was when me and my Aunt Nita come riding back from Waco. I remember I was wearing my long pants and we were sharing conversation with the man who sold ballpoint pens and paper. Stopped once in Clifton where she bought me some ice cream. Mom was there to greet us when the train pulled into Quarto. Kids at night break window lights. Sound of the train only remain in the memories of the ones like me. Turn their backs on the thunder cracks. Walls that stand on the railroad land where we used to play and then run away from the depot man. The train just don't stop here anymore. stop here anymore. I remember me and brother used to run down to the depot, listen to the whistle when the train pulled into Cowboy. And the engine black and shiny, black as coal, that fed the fire. Engineer would smile and say, "Howdy, howdy, fellas." And the people by the window playing cards and reading papers looked as far away to us as next summer's school vacation. Kids at night break when the lights sounded the trains only remain in the memories of the ones like me who turn their backs on the splinter tracks, the walls that stand on the railroad line where they used to play and then run away from the depot man. Oh, the train just don't stop here anymore. No, the train just don't stop here anymore. Mary Martin was a schoolgirl, 17 or so. By the way, this is for my grandmother. Mary Martin was a schoolgirl, 17 or so, when she married Billy Archer about 14 years ago. Not even out of high school, folks said it wouldn't last. But when you grow up in the country, you grow up mighty fast. Got married in a hurry in March before school was out. Folks said she must be pregnant. Just wait and you'll find out. Came about one morning, one gray November morn, the first of many more to come. A baby boy was born. Cattle is their game, and Archer is their name. They gave to the acres that they owned. The brazos don't run dry, and the newborn calves don't die. Another year for Mary will have flown. Another year for Mary will have flown. Now Billy, he took what cattle his daddy could afford. Went bouncing across the cactus into 1954. Cows were sick and skinny, and the weeds was all that grew. Billy kept the place alive, the only thing he knew. And Mary fixed the supper, Mary scrubbed the floors, Mary busted horses and blew the baby's nose. Mary and a shotgun kept the rattlesnakes away. How she kept on smiling, no one could ever say. And cattle is their game, and Archer is their name. They gave to the acres that they own. The brazos don't run dry, and the newborn calves don't die. Another year for Mary will have flown. Another year for Mary will have flown. Now the drought of 57 was a curse upon the land. No one in Bosque County could give Bill a helping hand. The ground was cracked and broken, and the truck was out of gas. Cows can't feed on prickly pear instead of growing grass. The mortgage got the money, a snake bite took a child. Fire in the old barn took the hay that Bill had piled. Yeah, the bankers got the money, the screwworm got the cow. The years have come for Mary, she's waiting for them now. And cattle is their game, and Archer is their name. They gave to the acres that she owned. The brazos don't run dry, and the newborn calves don't die. Another year for Mary will have flown. Another year for Mary will have flown. If we make it through December, things are gonna be alright, I know. Coldest part of winter, and I tremble when I see the falling snow. If we make it through December, maybe we'll be in a warmer town come summertime. Make it through December. If we make it through December, we'll be fine. If we make it through December, if we make it through December, we'll be fine. I was in Austin for quite a while. I decided that I'd been there about 4 or 5 years. I decided that I'd write a song about the kind of people that were beginning to move to Austin away from other places. For the same reason that I did. Pretty interesting group of songwriters who seem to know their place in the cosmos. That's why I call them Cosmic Cowboys. Burial grounds and merry-go-rounds are all the same to me. Horses on posts and kids and ghosts, spirits we all set free. The city's liquor pickers got a lot of slicker licks than me. But right in the range and acting strange is where I wanna be. Hey, I just wanna be a cosmic cowboy. I just wanna ride and rope and hoop. I just wanna be a cosmic cowboy. Wanna be a supernatural country rockin' blue. Lone Star sipping and skinny dipping and steel guitars and stars are just as good as Hollywood and those boogie-woogie disco bars. I'm gonna buy me a vest and head out west, a little woman and myself. When we come to town, we're gonna gather round and marvel at our belt buckles. I just wanna be a cosmic cowboy. cowboy. Wanna be a supernatural country rockin' blue. Now the big raccoons and the harvest moons keep rolling through my mind, and a home on the range where the antelope play is pretty dang hard to find. Don't you bury me on the lone prairie, I'd rather play in New Mexico live. I'm headed out west and I'm doing my best to keep my old Bronco in four-wheel drive. Hey, I just wanna be a cosmic cowboy. Hey, I just wanna ride in the road and who? I just wanna be a cosmic cowboy. I wanna be a supernatural, pandemic-beaten galoo. And up is not the way I'm gonna shoot. I don't need a lot of lay, you're the hoo-hoo, you're the lay. Can I do something I never do? I'm going to play my most famous song before the end of the show. I usually save this to the end because I've only got really only one real hit. You know, the rest of them quite a bit weaker than this one. And your manager and your agent will always tell you, save your big hit for last. You know. But this is for the people who forgot their jacket. They're getting a little cold right now. You paid to hear this song, so if you need to leave right now, that's okay. My feelings won't be hurt. It's actually not the coldest night we've had of the season, though. Actually, the coldest night we had was about the end of July. And, it also rained and snowed and sleeted on the same day. I'm going to tell you, I don't have any idea how this song got to number one at the time that it did. It was 1975. The most popular band in the world was the Bee Gees. And the most popular album in the world was the soundtrack of Staying Alive. And disco music was king. This is definitely not a disco song. But somehow or other, I guess because it was different from other songs that stood out, people started calling in and requesting it. Became my best-selling and best-known song ever. I never get tired of singing it. Because I dreamed it. I didn't write it. It came to me in a dream. I've never been able to figure out what the dream means. So I can't tell you a story about this song because I have no idea what it means. A famous poet friend of mine told me one time, he said the secret to writing poetry is to write it in such a way that every single person who reads it reads his own life into it. And every single person has their own interpretation. Boy, is that ever true of this song. You should see some of the fan mail I get when people give me their idea of what this song means. Could be they're right. They're all right. She comes down from Yellow Mountain on a dark flat land and she rides on a pony she named Wildfire. A whirlwind by your side on a cold Nebraska night. They say she died one winter when there came a killing frost, and the pony she named Wildfire busted down and stalled. In a blizzard he was lost. Ran calling wildfire, calling wildfire, calling So by the dark of the moon I planted, but there came an early snow. Then a hoot owl howling outside my window now. 6 nights in a row she's coming for me, I know. And on Wildfire we're both gonna go. We'll be riding wildfire, riding wildfire, riding wildfire, on wildfire. We're gonna ride, gonna leave, side busting behind. Get the hard times right on out of our minds. We'll be riding Hey, I can still hit the high note. I train at high altitude, that's the reason. And I really want to thank all of you. So tonight, I'm going to finish off by proving that I don't do this for me. I want to do this for you. I want you to just tell me what you want to hear from here on out. And I'll do as many songs as I can till everybody gets tired and too cold. So,
Still taking chances.
okay? All right. When I first took this song to my record company, they said it would never make it because it's too positive. It's actually a country song written backwards. It actually proposes that it might be possible for people to stick together instead of splitting up. My parents were living proof of that. Married for 62 years. I'm still looking at people, how they change with the times. Lately all I've been seeing are people throwing love away losing their minds. Maybe it's me who's gone crazy, but I can't understand why all these lovers keep hurting each other. Good love is so hard to come by. So what's the glory in living? Doesn't anybody ever stay together anymore? If love never lasts forever, what's forever for? And I see love-hungry people trying their best to survive, and right there in their hands there's a dying romance, and they're not even trying to keep it alive. So what's the glory in living? Doesn't anybody ever stay together anymore? And if love never lasts forever, what's forever for? What's the glory in living? Doesn't anybody ever stay together anymore? And if love never lasts forever, what's forever for? Okay, there's another request I heard out there. There is a great American hero that we all look up to. When times are hard and chips are down, he knows what to do. The cowboy's got a set of rules that he lives by day to day, and if you ask for his advice, he'll more than likely say, if it's a fence, mend it. If it's a dollar bill, spend it before it burns a hole in the government's jeans. If it's a load, truck it. If it's a punch, duck it. If she's a lady, treat her like a queen. That's cowboy logic. Every cowboy's got it. It's in the way he lives his life, songs he sings. That's cowboy logic. Every cowboy's got it. Got a simple solution for just about anything. If it's a job, do it. Put your old back into it, 'cause a little bit of dirt's gonna wash off in the rain. If it's a horse, ride it. If it hurts, son, hide it. Pull those baggy pants up, turn that ball cap around, and get back on again. That's cowboy. Every cowboy's got it. It's in the way he lives his life, songs he sings. That's cowboy logic. Every cowboy's got it. Got a simple solution, just about anything. Yodel-ee-yodel-ee, yodel-oo, yodel-ee. walked right out the door. This is nothing new for me and you. We've both played this scene before. On and on and on this movie goes. Romance is a show that'll never close. Love affairs, we've had our share. Are we a pair of fools? Now should we break the rules? Do we dare start another love affair? Those old love songs always turn out wrong, when lovers crying in the night. And this is nothing new for me and you, but this time it just might turn out right. Hey, on and on and on the movie goes. Romance is a show never close. Love affairs, we've had our share. Are we a pair of fools? Should we break the rules, or do we dare start another love affair? Start another love affair. We've had our share. Should we break the rules? Well, I don't care. Start another love affair. Well, I've got a buddy that came a long way up here, and he's one of those VIPs I told you about that kind of helped me keep my career going. He's my orthopedic doctor, one of them, and he's definitely saved my career several times. So this is his favorite song, and I'm going to sing it for him. This is for Dr. Keith Bjork, and this is an old cowboy song. He's a West Texas guy, lives in Amarillo, and likes cowboy music. This is a very old song. Actually, I want to sing. Oh, listen to the tale of the old Irish harper, scoring off the strains of his old withered hands. Remember those fingers that once could move sharper to raise up the strains of his dear native land. fourscore-and-3 years have fled by them, and it's a keen, sweet reflection that every young joy for the merry-hearted boys make the best of old men. At a fair or a wake, I would twist my shillelagh and dance through the fields with me brogues tied with straw, and all the pretty colleens around me would gather, call me Beau, Phelim Brady, the bard of Armagh. Oh, beat the drum slowly and play the fife lowly, and play the dead march as you carry me along. Take me to the green valley and lay the sod on me. I'm bold, Phelim Brady, the bard of Armagh. Sergeant Death in his cold arms embraces lull me to sleep with old Aaron Gopra by the side of sweet Kathleen, my dear bride, who place me and forget Phelim Brady, the bard of Armagh. For in truth I have wandered this wide world over, yet Ireland's my home and a blessing to me. And let the old sod that me old bones shall cover be the sod that is trod by the feet of the free. Oh, beat the drum slowly, play the fife lowly, play the dead march as you carry me along. Take me to the green valley and lay the sod on me, for I am bold, Phelim Brady, I'm the bard of Armagh. Of course, that became this song. Many Irish immigrant came in through the port of Galveston, the Corpus Christi area. The minute they got off the boat, they tried to get a job, and a lot of them rode up the trail as cowboys without any experience. There's a very moving chapter in the book Lonesome Dove about 2 Irish boys who did that, who died along the way on the trail. So that's how this became a cowboy song. The Irish people take their music with them wherever they go. Their music is sacred to them. As I walked out on the streets of LAREDO, as I walked out in LAREDO one day, I spied a young cowboy all dressed in white linen, wrapped up in white linen, and cold as the clay. He said, I see by your outfit that you are a cowboy. These words he did say as I boldly stepped by. Come sit down beside me and hear my sad story. I'm a young cowboy, but I know I must die. Oh, once in the saddle, I used to go dashing. Once in the saddle, I used to be brave. First to the dram house, and then to the card house. I got shot in the chest, now I'll go to my grave. So go gather around you a group of young cowboys. Tell them the story of this my sad fate. Tell one and the other before they go further. Stop your wild roving before it's too late. And we beat the drum slowly, and we played the fife lowly, and we bitterly wept as we bore him along. We all loved our comrade, so brave, young, and handsome. We all loved our comrade, although he'd done wrong.
I'm on a rundown, I'm out running sundown, I'm thinking I'm on the right track. I'm writing a song as I'm riding along, keeping the sun at my back. Big horse trailer and truck, I can make my own luck as I ride through the sand and the sage. As it gives me a rush to be busting the brush, acting about half my age. Lone cowboy, I'm doing my best. Lone cowboy, I go everywhere west. Lone cowboy, with my old campfire song. Lone cowboy, giddy up, get along. I've owned some good ponies, blacks, bays, and blue ronies, grays, pal.